That's why I love Nestle.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be taking a look at everything there is to know about the heavy pearls, or matriarch pearls as they're sometimes called. Now, I know some of you guys will have already known about these. I am about a year late to this party, but I did want to make this guide, make sure that you guys all know about these little tips and tricks. Now, one thing that I will note, if you come to the hub and again go straight ahead and speak to Elizabeth, you will be able to buy this Matriarch perfume. Now, this is going to be a really important thing, as it takes the total number of pearls you can get in a day from 3 all the way up to 9. Now, as I'm sure most people know, the main use of these heavy pearls is going to be upgrading your Crimson sets. By that, I do mean the Crimson, the Terror, the Aurora, and if you are using it, then technically the Hollow as well. If we scroll down here, and this is on the Hypixel fandom wiki, which I will have linked in the description, but you can see here that as soon as we start getting into the later stars and the prestige for any tier, it starts using these heavy pearls. And we can see just to level it up to a hot tier, we're going to need that initial 36 heavy pearls to get the 15 stars, and then another 36 heavy pearls to get the full set up to hot tier. If we scroll up and instead swap onto the infernal category, then suddenly we start needing 508 heavy pearls for just that tier alone. Now, I know that most of you aren't going to be getting infernal armor, but it is incredibly important for you to start getting your heavy pearls as soon as possible. Soon as you get to combat 24 and you unlock the nether, you can do even just your 3 heavy pearls every single day, and it will save you a massive headache when you do get to upgrading to that later gear. Also, and I think something that a lot of people look past, if we go onto the Gauntlet of Contagion and we have a look at those upgrades, that too is going to require you to use heavy pearls to get those final stars. So whether you are planning on getting the best set in the game or just upgrading a couple of things that have some good attributes, if you do need help with attributes, another video linked in the cards, but please, please, please make sure you are doing your heavy pearls every single day. If we first warp to the nether and then go straight ahead through the stronghold, this giant castle-y thing. I don't know why, but for some reason, every time I go through the stronghold, I end up losing my jump boost. It's just whenever I warp to the nether. But if we keep going, head straight into the volcano. You can also go straight down to the top so that we end up in the magma area, which is just going to be through here. From the magma area, we're going to want to look around at the corners. There's my jump boost back. And you'll see here, that diagonal corner's a wall, that diagonal corner's a wall, that diagonal corner's a wall, but this one will bring us to a little cave. Now, if we go in through this cave, first things first, okay, they've already been killed, but you'll sometimes, there we go, these little hell-wisp creatures, which are like mini versions of the Matriarch. But if we instead go past this hell-wisp and don't get eaten by it, then we will end up in this giant room with a giant tentacle-like creature called the Matriarch. As soon as you get close, they will try and eat you. You can see that the heavy pearls are 3, and now we start getting into the gist of it. So, once you enter this area, if I can actually do the parkour, you'll see that this water begins rising. This water is actually the stomach acid of the belly of the beast, and so you'll quickly have to go through and punch these heavy pearls. Once you punch them 3 times, you will collect them, and then you can swim over to your last one and grab this. Now, as you'll just have seen there, I shot through the water, and the reason for that is this diver's armor. Now, the advantage of that is you can actually jump up, so you can skip a lot of the progression, and when they're on different sides like that, you can actually jump into the water and bounce out of it, which reduces a lot of the parkour you'll have to do. Now, once you've done that, you have to punch this pig a few times, and that will get you out, and then that will be your Matriarch pearls done for the day. These Matriarch pearls are going to reset on a real-world time limit at, I believe, midnight GMT. Separately to that, we also have this item called a Matriarch perfume. As you see there, it says it can be used twice daily, and this itself works on a 24-hour timer. So where this one will always reset at, I believe, midnight, but at this specific time, if you go there 5 minutes before and 5 minutes later, you'll be able to get your 6 heavy pearls. But this Matriarch perfume will individually reset 24 hours after you consume it. If I use one now and one in an hour, and I come back in 23 hours, I will only be able to use one of them. You saw there my using the diver's armor to zoom through and skip a lot of the parkour progression, but there is also this item here, this glove called the Flaming Fist. Now it is relatively expensive. You can see their lowest bin at the moment is 7.9 million coins. You can get them cheaper from auction, although you can't see it on this menu. It's actually a rare drop from the Barbarian Duke. Now, once we equip this fist, if you read the description of it, you'll see there that it changes your melee attacks to fire 3 flaming fists. Now this is incredibly useful for us, as what it means in practice is that we will only have to punch the pearls once. So we can go to these pearls, jump up for the burst bit, punch it once, and that flaming fist will continue. Punch that one again, zoom our way up to here, again skipping the majority of the parkour, and then I will do this one. Oh no, we've been up to the wrong one. Boing, we'll bounce down using our diver's armor, and again the flaming fist will carry us out, which massively speeds up the amount of time it takes. As it goes, I did miss a heavy pearl there, and if you do either miss a heavy pearl or you die before finishing, you'll see there you get an attempt cooldown of 10 minutes. Once you go back in, you'll either be able to claim your remaining ones, or if you failed, you'll be able to get all 3 again. You will have 2 additional opportunities after your first one, and if you do miss that last one, then whether it was perfume or your dailies, you are just going to miss out on that pearl. Now, like I say, guys, only a quick video today, but I hope you've all enjoyed it. Remember, if you have got any questions about Hypixel Skyblock, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will do my very best to help you out. But I appreciate you coming out here, and I hope you all have a good night. Bye, guys!